Okay, so this is a Mr. Steele inspired drone build video. It's going to be really easy and it's going to use some awesome components at quite a reduced price. So this is going to be something that's going to be on par with Mr. Steele. Obviously, it's not going to be as good as his, and you're probably not going to be able to fly it as well as him either, because I know I certainly can't. So anyway, let's take a look at all the individual components, price them up, and see what we come to. So this is going to be a good build for any beginners out there. If this is your first build, then be sure to stick around because it's going to show you the very basics and everything you want to do. For more people, people that are a bit more advanced, then this is also going to be a drone that packs a serious punch, because these motors and FC are some serious contenders. So let's break it down by each individual component and take a look. Okay, so this is the frame. It's the Martian 2, which is pretty much an exact copy of the alien that Mr. Steele flies. It's from Banggood, and it's only £20 instead of about 120 that Mr. Steele costs, especially when you're importing it to the UK like I would be. We've got the PDB installed, which is incredibly simple. Just 4 ports for the ESCs, and then 2 for whatever else you want to add on there. This sort of nice Captain America logo in the middle. And this is a really sturdy frame. It's tried and tested, and it's fantastic with all these awesome purple colours on here as well. And we've got purple bolts as well. So obviously this is going to include the top and a few other things, sort of a non-slip plate for the battery and things like that. So this is a solid investment of a frame, and especially for £20, this is something you can just smack about and then go and pick up another one when it's broken. You'll see the arms are replaceable. They're all interconnected at the bottom there, and pretty much everything on here is going to be nice and sturdy. And like I said, only £20, so it's an absolute bargain. For the motors, we're using the Emax red-bottomed RS2205s. These are 2300 kilovolts, and they are pretty beastly. I've got them on a couple of my quads, and they're insane. They come in a package like this. They're about 11 or 12 pounds for one, so it's going to be about £48 for all of them. They nicely come with an Allen key, which is pretty handy, and a lot of spare bolts, and also 3 spare nuts for the top in case you lose any. So that's a nice package. For £12, this motor packs a serious punch, and it's going to definitely do well on the Martian frame that we've got. For the ESCs, we're not using the KISS ones because they're about 20 odd pounds each. These are less than £9 each, and they're the 30 amp Little Bees from GearBest. They're about £37 for 4. These can handle 2 to 6S, so they're going to be perfect for what we want to use them for, probably rating 4 or 5S max for most of the flights I'm going to be doing on this. So these should handle that battery capacity just fine. You'll see they've got a lot of nice long wires on here. We're probably going to have to trim them down for when we put them on the quad. But £37 for 4, very good deal. That's probably the cost of 2 KISS ESCs, so we're saving quite a lot of money there. However, we have decided to stick with KISS for the flight controller. We've gone for the standard KISS FC. I hear that they're releasing a new one of these, so you might want to hold out a little bit until they get the new one. But if you want to build one right now, then go ahead and get one of these. This will set you back about £30, but it's a very solid investment because this is a fantastic flight controller. And to be honest, not that much more expensive than most of the ones currently on the market as well. For the camera, I've gone for the Runcam Swift simply because I had it on me and it was available. This will be about £40, however you can get a cheap alternative, which is going to be probably nearly just as good, for about £15 or £20. So I'll leave a link in the description to this and a link to an alternative one as well, if you want to save yourself some money. We've got the standard video transmitter, 200 milliwatts, 40 channels. This is going to be about £15–20 depending on the one you get. I'll leave a link to this one in the description, possibly a couple other good ones as well. There's a lot of different ones you can get here, and to be honest, it doesn't really matter. If there's one you've tried and tested before and you want to get, then go ahead and get that. For the receiver for our transmitter, I've got the Frisky X4R, because this is nice and small and compact, and I'm obviously running Tyrannus. But if you haven't got that, then don't worry, you can pick up a cheap sort of controller receiver, transmitter receiver set for about £30 or £40 odd. So if you've already got a Tyrannus, then you can pick this up for about £20 or so. But if you haven't, then don't worry about buying a £200 Tyrannus. Just go ahead and purchase a combo. You can get them from pretty much most sites. They'll be about £30 upwards. So go ahead and get one of them. Props, you can choose whatever you want. I'm going for the tri-blade gem fans, just because I prefer the tri-blades, and I think these will look quite nice on there. I've got some different colours of these, obviously. and obviously a lot more than 4 because probably a lot of these are going to break. So pick whatever props you want. These are the 5040 tri-blades from Gemfan. These are about £2 or £3 per pack and will last quite a long time. For the antennas, I'm going with the Team Black Sheep Triumph, as Mr. Steele does himself, because I just think these are absolutely fantastic. They're £30 for 2, which is, I can understand, quite expensive. So go ahead, get yourself some like £5 or so antenna if you want, because if this is your first build, you're probably not going to need something as good as this. But you know, this is going to help eventually, so this is definitely a good investment if you're going to be doing this for a long time, because these are sturdy as hell and seriously good at their transmitting. So this has just been a very quick introduction to this Mr. Steele inspired build. List of all the components and stuff can be found in the description if you want to go check them out. Follow me along for the build process. The next video we're going to be wiring everything up, putting it all together, and then hopefully in the third one we'll go out and give it a flight. So be sure to give this a like or a comment if you want to see more. You know, stick along for the build, it's going to be quite fun, I think, and I'll see you next time. Peace out, guys.